We need some background music while we wait. Hopefully, Mark will be with us shortly. He was in the process of taking his son to see a movie. He's usually my mic check. Mic check. Can you hear me? 1, 2. Hello, hello. Hopefully Mark can hear me when he comes on. Again, he was taking his son to the movies to see Jurassic Park, the new one. So hopefully he'll be here. Jurassic World Domination, whatever it's called. Hopefully he'll be with us shortly. We'll see what's going on with him. We got some updates for you guys regarding Coastal Crypto. And of course, I'm still here doing as much as I can with Side Hustle Enterprise. Hopefully I'll have some new content for you guys sooner rather than later. I have just been super swamped with everything Coastal Crypto. It has been my driving force as of lately, and just been trying to get things taken care of and settled and rocking and rolling for you guys. Lots of stuff going on. Just I don't know where to begin. Mark is usually my anchor, kind of helps me out here, so I'm just kind of rambling until he gets here. Hopefully I can help out if anybody pops in with any questions tonight, anything going on. If you're thinking about becoming a member of Coastal Crypto, or if you would like to join Aaron and become a sales affiliate with us, that's always a good way to start. Get you guys some commissions and get you guys set up. If you can't afford a miner right away, that's a great way of doing it. Aaron has been a phenomenal help to us and has done some amazing things. I'm going to go ahead and actually make you an admin for tonight, Aaron. See if that works. That way, if you guys have any questions, reach out to him, reach out to us about joining the affiliate program. Make your own hours, work as hard as you want, as little as you want, as often as you want. We try to be as competitive as we possibly can. We are trying to keep the lights on. We're not taking a huge kickback on any of our miners, whether we're reselling or whether we're hosting. It's just trying to keep the lights on and trying to provide you guys with the best possible service around. So if you have any questions about Coastal Crypto or hosting with us or equipment that we may have, or if you're looking for a specific deal, now's the time to ask. When it comes to Ethereum, GPUs, and that kind of stuff, I have my own take on it, but Mark is kind of your man with the plan when it comes to ETH and Helium and all that stuff. I do the tinkering, make sure the farm stays up and running the best I possibly can, and right now we're in the process of gearing up to move locations to a bigger, better farm, hopefully soon. So that's another big update we'll go over later on once Mark shows up. Hopefully he'll join us shortly, and we'll get you guys some answers and get some stuff going on. Trying to see if I can find some. Oh, there's Mark. Mark, how was the movie, my friend?
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. Can you hear me good?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear Mark?
Yeah. Can anybody let me know if it's echoing or not?
Is mine echoing?
No, not at all.
All right, cool. Might be a little bit on the stream, just because I have multiple devices going at once. So hopefully it'll work out. Let me change this layout so you can see Mark and I at the same time. There we go. Perfect. So I bumped Aaron up. I made him an admin for our chat since he was the first one there, and he's been
nice.
an amazing help with Coastal Crypto and securing leads. One of Aaron's leads for hosting actually came through. Anybody that is interested in hosting, it is something that is open. It is limited space availability. First come, first serve. Roberto, Bobby, if you show up tonight, appreciate you, man. Thanks for signing the contract. Thanks for hosting with us. Once we get your miners, we'll get them up and running as soon as possible. I'm going to drink my beer. And yeah. Late night for me. It's still a little bit early for Mark. He's the lucky one. He's what, you're 3 hours behind me, so it's 8 o'clock there.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock here.
11 o'clock here. I know a lot of guys are on the East Coast, so we might not get a huge turnout, but at least we'll get something that we can send out later. Let's see if I can actually record the live stream while we broadcast it without my computer taking a shit. So far, so good. No issues.
All right. Yeah, I just was listening to the stream just to make sure the audio was good.
Sounds all right?
Yep.
I'm clear. You're clear. We're all clear.
Oh, I thought you were going to be all COVID in here. Oh, shit. We can't say that on. Well, so much for this stream. Start over.
Clear. No, we're good. We're good. There, I mean, coronavirus, whatever, COVID, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they're opening up our borders. I don't know if you saw that. They're not requiring quarantine or 2 weeks or vaccinations or rapid testing if you want to leave the country or come back into the country.
Yeah, it was always the come back into the country because I know I recently experienced that last March when I took the wife to Mexico. Getting in, there was no problem. Coming back, we had to get a rapid test. Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen a guy take them, 3 or 4 times in a row, and have them come back like positive, negative, positive, negative.
Yeah.
Depending on which node you stick it in, I don't know. It's tough. I mean, my mother just came down with COVID, so she's riding the wave of the flu-like symptoms. She doesn't have it too bad, which is nice. But it always sucks, Be sick,
Yeah.
be out of work, just have to go through all that crap. So, what did your son think of the movie? Was he super into it? I want to take mine. He loves dinosaurs. He loves Jurassic Park.
He liked the movie a lot. You could tell during the movie, just some of the storyline kind of slowed down a little bit, and he was losing his attention span. But as soon as dinosaurs came back on again, and he was rolling with it, he enjoyed. Yeah, he enjoyed the movie a lot.
Awesome.
I thought it was pretty good too. It's obviously if you've seen the trailer, they're trying to bring in 2 franchises into one to end this on an homage for everything, and I think they did a pretty good job of blending that all together.
What number movie is this now? If you can, both genres, both
6
generations.
This would be 6 in total. Yeah.
He's been going ham. I started him off on the first one, Jurassic Park. He worked his way through them fairly quickly. So
I would recommend before you go to maybe watch the last one just to make sure you're up to speed, because they kind of basically take right at it's one movie to another basically from in the story or the chain of succession.
I like when they do that and they keep the ball rolling. They don't have a huge gap. But definitely something I want to see. He's turning 8 this month. Crap, he's turning 8 this month. Time flies.
Oh dang, yeah.
So, he definitely wants to go, but we'll have to. We'll see how it goes with the ADHD and everything like that. Might be jumping off the walls, waiting for something to happen.
It is action packed a lot. I felt like there were some points where I was basically watching a Bourne movie, just with how much action was kind of going on. But there are points, like I was saying, in the storyline, it starts to slow down a little bit, and then dinosaurs come back on, and it's, his attention gets gravitated right back to the screen.
Awesome. Yeah, I look forward to it. I'm trying to figure out something maybe for his birthday. Trying to take him. Coastal crypto wise, do you have anything for the merch? New merch.
Yeah.
through Coastal Crypto, our site, through Mark's site. I don't know if I have them up on hustlermerch.com yet, but I know Mark has them. Our Coastal Crypto site definitely has them. But we have shirts. Aaron's got some awesome tie dye shirts. I probably should have sent you a link too, huh, Aaron? Get you on this conversation. Drop you in. Let's see if I can do that. Do you want to join the call, Aaron? Do you got something going on, or are you just listening from your phone, my friend? And as always, guys, if you're joining us now or if you're planning on picking up later, uh, you can always join any of my live streams on Side Hustle Enterprise channel through Discord. So if you want to come on and ask questions and hear your voice on YouTube, or you want me to toss your clip here on the live stream, let me know. It's always available. That way you're not just kind of typing back and forth in the chat. I'm not great at multitasking, so trying to focus on reading text messages and type, do this and do that, it doesn't really work too well. So anytime anybody wants to come on and ask questions through Discord, it makes things a lot easier, especially for me. There's Aaron with the quick response to Coastal Crypto merch, and his let's see what we pull up here. Oh, did I mess something up? I might have messed something up. I don't know what I did. I broke it. Well, you enjoy your dinner, eating Chick-fil-A. There you go. I'm on that liquid diet tonight, I guess. Kids are asleep, wife's out of the house, so I'm enjoying my peace and quiet and trying to get back to that sanity level of normality, I guess. Just kind of been going nonstop.
Well, I mean, we can talk a little bit about what we did and how productive we were when I was there just not that long ago.
Yep, we can do that. Mark was just in town at the farm, and we did some shit. we did lots of shit. No, we upgraded our ventilation system. So we're trying to always improve, right? We're always trying to make better on our farm and our hosting for our clients. But at the same time, at our current location, we don't want to go too far because we are looking for a larger permanent space with more power. We're limited on power right now. But we were able to get that large 40-inch fan set into the wall. It's only working at maybe half capacity right now, but still so much better than our previous ventilation setup that we had.
Yeah, would you say we're probably close to like 7,000 CFMs pulling out of the building?
Yeah. I mean, it's a total of at 240 volts. I think consumes about 3 to 5 amps, which is something we're always calculating is how many amps we're pulling on our service on our panels. It would have pulled or would have pushed out around 11,000 CFMs. So the motor that we're running has a low phase setting, so it'll run off of 120. Pulls more amps on 120, but it was what we had available without me running, another 240 line onto the exhaust side of the farm. So, half the power, half the CFMs roughly. So let's say 5,800 to $6,000 is probably right around the CFMs that we're pushing out, which is far better than what we were getting before. I mean, there's a vacuum when you try to open up the farm side of our area where it's split. It'll suck the door right through your hands trying to close it behind you. If you're not careful, it'll whack you. But definitely it made a huge improvement, I think.
Oh, you know what? I'll actually put a picture in the mining setup so people can see how big the fan was.
We got some new what do you call it? Setup reviews that we have to do as well over there. People have been posting back and forth. I don't even know where I put it.
There it is. It's down there. There's a lot more chat than there is some of the the shows. We got pictures, cats, video. Big fan that I got here at the house with some of my mining equipment. What else? We made our first stab at creating an S10. Unfortunately, we didn't really do any photos or videos
It was
with
just a
it, but
trial run. Give
yeah,
us some credit. We took turns soldering the little connections on the single board, going back and forth.
yeah. So we made our first attempt at an S10. It seems it works, but it is not 100% yet. So as soon as we get, well, at this point, John, until I come back out again, can mess around with it a little bit more to get it 100%, and then see what do we need to do next to perfect the process.
I think what's really going to make the difference in putting that stupid machine together is not
He's
using
stupid.
not using a tiny little magnifying glass that it's, I don't know if it's heat warped or something, but
Yeah.
it sucked for us to see through, especially
Both, well,
I'm already
both,
blind as it
yeah.
is.
Both of us were complaining about how we were going cross-eyed. So I mean, at one point, I'm sitting there looking, one eye down, trying to, does this work? I don't know. And then like I had to back away and then look again with one eye, the other eye. Like it was,
Try not to drool as you're soldering.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
No, but I think we did all right. I'm gonna go back over those connections once I pick up a better magnifying glass, and I think that's really all it's gonna come down to. Um, for anybody who has looked into it or is interested in doing this is something that I hope to pick up as Coastal Crypto grows, because it seems to be a popular mod to do for a lot of these S9s, to keep them on your shelf and keep them mining. You're basically taking one control board and 6 boards and cramming them together, so 2 S9s, and using the Hive firmware. There are other firmwares out there, but using the Hive firmware, okay, we're getting around 23 terahash, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we're talking about soldering resistors. They're chip resistors that are maybe the quarter of a grain of rice. They are tiny little pieces of resistors. So that was the hardest part, I think, of everything, was using our big, bulky, shaky fingers trying to, solder on these tiny little resistors with a magnifying glass that just sucked beyond all hell.
Yeah.
But
I think that was also maybe one of the downfalls. The resistors came at the very last moment that they possibly could come, and so we had everything else to put it all together, but those. And then once they did come, we made our attempt. I will say it was a lot of fun, very constructive. We need to do more once we've figured it out completely. I mean, we figured it out, but it's not 100% because trial and error.
yeah. So let me slide over what Mark just posted. So this is in our Discord server. If you're not on Discord with us yet, always check out Discord. Lots of stuff happening. This is the big fan that we put in. It's like I said, 11,000 CFMs at 240 volts. And it's only temporarily mounted. We're not staying in our current location. It is out of power. We have utilized all of the power. It's not that it's out of power. We've just eaten up all of it, and we need more. We want more. We got to provide more. So we are looking at a number of different possible solutions, and hopefully we'll be moving into one of them very shortly.
Yeah, and we got quite a few lined up. So constantly working on getting another space lined up and ready to go. I'm not sure exactly what else because we've been working on this, so it's just a matter of time before we actually get one. We're good to go, signed, and we're in the building.
Yep. Yep. And it's not just making sure. Of course, we want to make sure that Coastal Crypto is successful and moving forward and able to grow, because we have huge plans past just resale and our own farm and hosting for you guys. We have other things that we want to implement and move forward with, but we need the space for it. So it's just finding the space that's going to allow us to, in turn, reciprocate that savings back to you guys, back to the customer. Whether it be cheaper power, whether it be a larger space that we can set up some kind of other office space and do repairs, or there's lots of avenues that we would like to venture down. It's just we're limited on finding that right spot. We're waiting for that glass slipper, that Goldilocks type fit, if you will. And I think it's there. I think I got a couple more properties that I got to look at. We have a lot of what do they call them? Letter of intents that have been sent out, and it's just come down to final negotiation, really, trying to figure out which is going to be the best and time-wise, how we're going to move into it. It'll definitely be before the fall, I think, before the summer, before the summer's over.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be sooner than later, for sure.
Yes. Yep. We got space. We got one contract signed. We got space for them to come in, and then we're pretty much into the new building, and we're ready to rock and roll once we get in there. We have floor plans already laid out. Doesn't matter what kind of building we're moving into. Farm-wise, we both of us have a game plan on how we're going to execute the layout and improve upon what we already have. And that's a huge thing that we've done. We've gone back and forth, Mark and I, and tried to figure out the best possible way of setting up a farm, no matter what area or what kind of building we're moving into, just so we're moving as much air as we can and keeping the equipment as cool as possible.
Yeah.
Because we all know these machines like to run hot, especially when we're overclocking these L3s to, 720, 800, and combining S9s into S10s and everything else under the sun. I mean, I lost count of how many sheets of foam reflective board I've had to nail up and cut through just to make sure that we're utilizing and restricting the airflow and the space in the proper format just to make things work.
It is. We would make some politicians that used to be in office very proud with the wall that you built.
Oh, thank you. Out of scrap materials, rocks, and bubblegum. Bubblegum and paper clips. We got to put that wall back, by the way, before we leave that building. It's gotta...
Yeah. Turn, shift, shape.
Close up, learn how to become masons, close up some cinder block walls, all sorts of stuff.
Yep.
Anything about the S9 you want to talk about? I know that we had limited experience trying to put it together, but the price on them have come down a little bit, haven't they?
Yeah. We recently just got Aaron a pretty good deal on some. But that's just one of those things, like when you're talking about small machines like the S9s, they don't make a lot, but also at the same time, you're mining Bitcoin. If you got cheap power, you could still be profitable. But I don't know, we don't make a lot of money off of those, so it's not something that we don't make anything off of those, honestly. So it's just one of those things. We're not advertising it. We are trying to figure out, what works with this S10, so we can make this custom mod available for those that are not very, or soldering and doing these type of modifications are a little bit more timid for others. And then see if maybe we can make some type of profit for the company, doing that modification. But the S9s, honestly, they're good little lottery machines for the most part. The S9s that we got, recently, they're very, they're clean. They're just an S9. It's not much that we can really.
Yeah, I think we got to put a little disclaimer in there for anybody that is new to mining, that is maybe stumbling upon this live stream or our channel or our site or whatever. S9s, L3s, A6s, X5s, they are old machines. They do not make them anymore. And anybody that's telling you that they have new ones available, it's a bullshit lie.
Yeah.
They don't exist. New ones, they stopped making new L3s, I believe, in 2017. There are no new machines for that generation of miner anymore. We have a great supplier, and they're willing to work with us, and we have some great refurbished equipment. But again, this is all used, refurbished stuff, guys. Don't believe new equipment when it says S9, new S9. No. There's no such thing. They're not out there unless it was some abandoned shipping crate that somebody found on a port in, say, Miami or Norfolk, Virginia, wherever the nearest port is, and they sat in a crate for 6 years. They don't exist.
Yeah. And even at that point, they're not new then because they sat in a crate for 6 years.
Rusting and corroding because it's all aluminum.
Yeah.
PCB boards expand and then soak up moisture. We ran into, and I guess it's still a little bit of a sour spot for me because I had to package and ship all the equipment, but we tried to do Amazon sellers. We have an Amazon seller account. We sold some L3s and we sold some S9s and some PSUs. And you got to be careful. Amazon is not crypto friendly yet in terms of listings. It's used equipment. People were buying it from us, but Amazon was telling them it was new. No, our listing is not new. It is used, refurbished. But the way Amazon works and the way they stack different listings, and a listing has to previously exist for a new seller like us for us to sell that product. We can't create our new listing from scratch yet, so we have to piggyback off of somebody else's. And nobody out there is being honest with the fact that these machines are used. So we're sending out our equipment because we're selling it at our competitive used prices or refurbished prices, and they're getting it, and it's got scratches, it's got this, it's got that, and they're sending it back. Or they're swapping it out with their older equipment and keeping ours, which happened a few times.
Oh, yeah, that did happen a couple times. Luckily, the issue that it seemed like they were having, you were able to troubleshoot it, and we got the machine up and running.
Yeah, it was an L3, the one that came back, and it had a virus. It was a quick flash, reflashing the NAND file, putting Hive OS on it, and done. I mean, it took me less than 5 minutes to fix the issue.
But there's scammers on Amazon.
Yeah,
buyers that are scammers on Amazon.
It's crazy. They're all over the place. And you just it's one of the things, talking about scammers and talking about the crypto stigma around cryptocurrency right now. I guess one of the biggest issues we're having is talking to potential landlords or sellers of properties, and they don't understand what we do, what's going on, and they're only believing or listening to the mainstream media. Bitcoin's crashing. Bitcoin is, for scammers. There's lots of scams going on with Bitcoin. There's lots of things going on, positive or negative. But when it comes down to it for us, we're doing good, even in a down market where we're successful. So we're going to keep pushing forward. It's just trying to relate all this information to pretty much everybody we come across has been a challenge, I think, or has been an adventure, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we are trying to teach crypto. People that are not even investing into crypto, but people that we're interacting with, like trying to get a building. We are, educating them as to like, okay, this is what it really is. Like, this is only a portion, especially for our business. Like this the space that we physically need is only a small piece of the pie, and it's just you have to educate them as to like what is happening, what our company's about, and basically what the news is saying versus what the reality of crypto mining, crypto endeavors are.
I mean, yeah, for us, when people ask us, it's tough because right now our main business has been, our own personal coastal crypto farm.
Yep.
And then we have hosting services, which we're always trying to improve. And then we're also trying to be as competitive as we possibly can with resale, working with distributors and resellers from China, trying to get the best deals possible, whether it be wholesale and GPUs, whether it be, Mark on the phone at 1 a.m. trying to talk to somebody in China on WhatsApp, whatever it may be, we're trying to find the best possible deals. But that's just the tip of the iceberg for coastal crypto, we feel. A new space for us would allow us to start hiring staff members. We're working with, I think we're going to keep the sales side affiliate, and we're going to use guys like Aaron, and we're going to vet these sales guys and really keep it tight niche, and I think that's where we need to be. But there's also, we want to get into repairs. We want to hire an electronics specialist that can repair equipment, because there's just so many pieces of equipment out there that need repair, whether it's our own and I'm over here tinkering and Mark's over here tinkering, or you got to send it back to Bitmain or in a Silica or Gold Shell, and you got to wait a month for your equipment to come back to us. We want to set up something here, at least on the East Coast to start with, and then grow and provide that other service. And another one just popped into my head. I mean, if we get the right space, we could set up a conference hall and teach cryptocurrency and do our own cryptocurrency conferences, coastal crypto conference, whatever you want to call it, and do things in house and teach people, more so than what we're doing here on YouTube or Discord or wherever else you find us.
Well, our buddy out there, right? That we have a good electrical relationship with. I don't want to throw his name under, but he just recently bought a building. That idea, using maybe his space. He's trying to get a restaurant in one of them. I'm just saying, it's like that's where it could start.
Good. I mean, we have to divide it maybe. I mean, so he's got. It's a 3-story building. He's got offices set up top. He's got a restaurant on the ground floor, and then he's got an unfinished basement. His current plans are to do restaurant and do like a speakeasy underneath. But it's definitely feasible to divide some of that space where the restaurant would be and do like a conference room or a small, stage, and do some kind of coastal crypto conference.
Well,
absolutely.
Restaurants do like a back room all the time for like catered events or things like that. The restaurants do that all the time. I'm just saying.
Bottle service.
Yeah, bottle service. Yeah.
Wrong kind of. Sorry, wrong place.
Yeah. This ain't the champagne room.
Sorry. For my wife is probably listening with all her friends as they're sitting around the campfire. That's all right. We've gotten a lot more members on the Coastal Crypto site, which is nice to see. Thanks to everybody. I sent out a announcement through our app for anybody who has joined the Coastal Crypto membership area. It's still under construction. We are still improving it as often as we possibly can, keeping it going. But it's nice to see that we're getting new members on a weekly basis. So that's really cool. Hopefully we'll have an app here soon once we get other things situated. It's on our list. We have a giant list. It's there.
Right. Yeah, we're getting a lot more traction too on the website, which I thoroughly enjoy. A portion of that is part of Aaron's hard work.
Yep,
Other
absolutely.
portion is, the things we're doing with the website is actually starting to work. So I'm, I like it, and I think that we eventually will be expanding a little bit more on marketing, so we can get, double, triple, quadruple our foot traffic. Um, but again, that's just one of the things on the list of to dos. Right now, our main priority is the new building.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And it's just rolling the dice here on how much, we're it's tough. We're trying to figure out how much we can grow, or how much. Well, our growth is exponential. There's no limit on how much we can grow. It's timing that we're trying to navigate, I guess, is what it comes down to. Currently we're in a small building. It's 4,000 square feet, and we're limited to like a 400 amp service. And we got to find a place that has power already in it, or for us to install 2 megawatt system, and then move forward. It's, do we go with the 10,000, 25,000, 30,000, 100,000, square foot building right now? And that's kind of the question where we've been asking ourselves and kind of going back and forth, because we see potential in all these. Mark looked at, I don't know, 4 or 5 properties himself when he came out here. When I was with my kids, and him and the realtor, Mark and the realtor took a tour and saw some properties. We see potential in all of them. I think that's just, how we are as people. We see the potential in any building or any situation. It's just finding the one that has the right potential at the right time for us, that we're trying to really hone in on.
Yeah, I agree. Like we and the negotiations that we've been throughout with some of them, with the letter of intents, it it's like, yeah, I mean, we found ways to make sure that we could be very creative in how we made some of it work. But at the end of the day, for what we're getting, we're looking in between. There's just a lot of, like, the different opportunities that are presenting themselves. We're trying to navigate that in ours and the people that host with us, their favor. So it's just, we're not just thinking about ourselves when we're trying to grab this new building, is basically what I'm trying to say.
I think when it comes down to it, our biggest issue with coastal crypto and us is that we're not thinking enough about ourselves, and we're thinking more about everybody else, including current tenants and properties that we're looking at. I'm not
Yep.
gonna, obviously, I don't want to say any names. I don't want to say any, give out too much information to make anybody look worse than they've already made themselves look. But there's a particular property group, that has millions of square feet worth of space. One of the buildings that we looked at has a current tenant that is paying month to month. And Mark and I both walked in there, and the guy had no idea we were coming, which was number
No.
one, a big no-no. And as a realtor, you always let your current tenant know, whether you're in a house or industrial space. Give people heads up, common courtesy.
Yeah.
And 30 days to move out an entire 30,000 square foot space. No, it just doesn't happen. you know, it was a processing facility. They processed paper, but still, 30 days, get out. This new guy's coming in. It didn't feel right to us. So we tried to step in and be, kind of the Robin Hood, put on our feathered caps and step in and say, we're moving in, we're still growing. Let's divide the space equally. We'll take care of the power. You sublease from us, and we'll make this work. And the landlord would have come out, with a couple grand in his pocket, positive than what he's getting month to month. and it was just still a no-win scenario. And some people are just greedy. That's what it comes down to, in my opinion. I don't think our message is being conveyed properly. I don't think that people are really. I understand business is business, but it still rubbed me the wrong way. That whole situation.
Yeah, I think we need to get away from that mantra altogether. I mean, if someone comes to me and be like, it's not personal, it's business. No, it's both, unfortunately. Like the people that say, it's not personal, it's just business, they're right about to screw you over. So, it's
Wait, let me give you
it's
that knife back.
yeah, exactly, exactly. It's not personal, it's just business. No, you're about to screw me, and you're gonna leave a bad taste in my mouth, and that is what it is. Uh, you don't want to deal with those type of people, and then you got to be scared about the people that say things like I just said with "it is what it is," because I'll just walk away. Like it's not, and we've literally done that with a couple buildings because we just didn't feel kosher with how the transaction was kind of playing out. So we're looking at new facilities, like John said earlier. We got a bunch lined up. It's just a matter of making the letter of intent work in everybody's favor. And greed is really out there. Really, it really is.
Yeah, yeah, and unfortunately, I don't know. It's definitely transitioning. I mean, you're more in the real estate space than I am, especially with your current job. As we transition to doing coastal crypto, 110% versus the 100% that we're giving. But the market's shifting. I mean, they're asking ridiculous amounts of money for some of these properties, whether they're, so we're looking to lease to own. We're looking to move into a building. This is going to be our permanent home. This is going to be the headquarters for Coastal Crypto East Coast. And just some of the numbers that we're seeing is just crazy. 2 years time, 6 months time, hell, yeah, they're not even going to be able to get anywhere close to what they're asking, and they're going to be kicking themselves for not, taking on, the lease when we proposed it to them. In my opinion, at least, in my opinion.
Yeah. You bring that up, time, consuming for coastal crypto. I don't know if I should really be making this announcement on your channel. I probably should be doing it on mine first, but either way, this is going to be news to you as well. The podcast that I run on my channel is going to be on hiatus for a while, specifically so I can focus on some personal things, and then also coastal crypto needs more attention than we're already giving it. So this is something that I want to make sure I am wholeheartedly involved in focusing on. Not that I am already. John just said we're both running at 100% right now. Well, I want to be 150, 100. I just coastal crypto just needs more attention on our end to continue the drive the ship. So just making that announcement. Sorry, John, for the news.
No, I'm fine. I mean, I think pretty much everybody's come to the conclusion that side hustle's been kind of on hiatus the past couple of months. I just never was kind enough to make the announcement like you did.
Yeah. So yeah, focus again. More personal things and coastal crypto, because this is our baby. We are now bringing it from being an infant, newborn to almost a year old. Now we're gonna get put it on its legs and have it start walking on its own. Teaching it to go from crawling to walking, and we need to give it more attention, and so that's what we're gonna do.
Absolutely. And on my channel, I hope to convince Mark to let me kind of open the books a little bit for coastal crypto. Let me show you guys how things have been operated and moved forward, because that's kind of what I do on my channel. But again, we've been on hiatus for my channel, and now Mark's going on hiatus for his, so we can bring you more content for coastal crypto and really, hopefully get it to take off, and of course take care of our personal stuff as well. There was an old saying that mother always used to say to me, a person can only be stretched so far before they snap. Or just a rubber band waiting, to either spring back or snap. And it's kind of what we're on right now. We're on that tightrope where we're pulled tight, where we're stretched out, whether it be personal lives with coastal crypto and business and podcasts and full-time jobs and kids. So it's time to, as we grow, you got to kind of take a step back and readjust and realign what's important and what needs to be focused on.
Yeah, so I still have a couple more episodes in the can. So we're gonna get those episodes out. Then I'll probably make an official announcement on my page and my podcast. But then at that point, even before then, we're gonna be figuring out the new building, Coastal Crypto. We're gonna be diving head deep into a lot more things, Coastal Crypto wise, and we're still gonna be documenting it. It's just, sporadically we'll be putting out, that content in some way, shape, or form. So you guys know that, it's still here. We're still, obviously, we're giving more attention to the company, so we're going to be here. I don't know why I said that.
we're chugging along. That's a good segue into kind of a call to action to anybody and everybody who is picking up either the live stream or watching it secondhand. Or anybody that knows anybody. We're looking for, Aaron is an amazing affiliate sales rep for us. He's been done an amazing job bringing in leads. We're looking to grow our sales team. And we're also looking to start talking to electronic specialists. And of course, grow our staff. Right now it's me here at the farm, and Mark comes in every other month or so, and we kind of bang out the bigger things together, whether it be hanging a 200-pound fan or soldering S9s together and experimenting. But as the farm grows, we're going to need hands on deck to check equipment and to service equipment, blow machines out, and do basic maintenance. So if you are on the East Coast in the Virginia area, reach out to me on Discord or here on YouTube. We'd like to talk with you. As we grow, we want to offer job positions, and we want to offer opportunities for not just guys like Aaron in the sales, but if you're, like I said, electronics, or even if you don't know anything about crypto and you just kind of want to work in the space, that's a great place to be if you just want to come clean out machines and service machines on the basic maintenance level. Well, we can train anybody to do it. So
yeah,
call to action. If you know anybody, reach out to us, and we'll try to figure out something. And hopefully in the future we'll have like I said, a growing company with growing staff members and lots of fun to have.
I'm just to put things in perspective, is we're basically saying we're ready to hire, and Bitcoin is under 30K right now. We are in a full-blown bear market, and Coastal Crypto is basically saying we are ready to hire. So I just to put that in perspective.
I think we have the right to toot our own horn a little bit. As business professionals that we are, we have taken a company or an idea, Coastal Crypto. The documents were filed in October for the LLC for Coastal Crypto, and we have grown exponentially, more so than we thought was even possible, just with hard work, effort, and drive, to the point now that even in a bear market, like Mark was saying, we are still growing, we are still expanding, and we're looking to start hiring staff members on to help fill slots that so we can focus on branching out and building farms in other locations is really what it comes down to. The farm here in Virginia is just one. We want multiple.
Yeah.
We want to grow. We want facilities. It's called Coastal Crypto for a reason. We have coast. We want to be coast to coast. That was kind of foresight of a little bit. Trying to put that out in the universe. We want to be coast to coast.
Well, it's not that specific. We are coast to coast, basically, but yeah.
Get, I mean, well, yeah, you're the home. You're the home office. I'm the farm. Um, yeah, but it'd be nice to have farms coast to coast.
Yeah,
To
I
have
agree. I
facilities
agree.
to have multiple repair locations on East Coast or the West Coast or wherever we are, would be awesome. And that's my goal. Just to have a company that can help provide knowledge, that can help provide a service, and people don't feel like they're getting ripped off or scammed or left out to dry, because that's really what it comes down to. And
That's
that's
the whole reason coastal crypto was created.
yes, yeah, and we try to convey that, I think, and it's come across to a couple people we've had conference calls with, a couple of Aaron's leads actually, uh, and that's what you. It's us. It's Mark and John. Coastal Crypto. We're here. We're talking to you guys. We try to make ourselves as accessible to you guys as possible. Even Aaron. I mean, if talk to Aaron about equipment and reach out to us. Whatever it takes. He's saying need location on each coast and a Midwest location. Absolutely.
I concur. Yeah.
I'd love to get a facility up in Niagara or upstate New York where the power is super cheap. It's just laws and taxes and regulations you got to bypass up there. But there's power to be had, and that's kind of what's going to determine our locations. Whether especially for mining farms, and growing. Right now, where we are, it's slightly below national average, and as we grow bigger, we can be exposed to better rates. But green energy is definitely a big thing on our to-do list. Renewable energy, solar panel, hydropower, wind power, whatever it may be, it's definitely top of our list for any of our farms as we move forward. Silence. It's bad
Yeah.
bad for podcasts. I don't care about YouTube. How are you feeling about Ethereum, Mark?
Well, yeah. Well, the merge is coming. For anybody that is skeptical that it's not, they need a reality check. I would expect that we see something around October. There are some positive momentum come this end of this month. They are delaying the bomb, the difficulty bomb that's already been kind of spooling up thus far. Just a couple months so they can finish the implementation of the test nets. And then it's going proof of stake. Will it happen before the holidays? It kind of looks like that, but if it doesn't happen before the holidays, it's definitely going to be the first part of this next year. So the short-term play, honestly, in my own opinion, and this isn't financial advice, I know it says it's somewhere around here.
I can put it up. I don't have it up right now.
Oh, you do in the stream, you have it. Yeah. Yeah, we're not financial advice. Do your own research, all that fun stuff that all the YouTubers tell you to say. I think Ethereum Classic is a good short-term play, and we're already doing that. We just added another Ethereum Classic rig to the farm on our end. We are looking at Ethereum/Ethereum Classic miners, so we can just navigate and add those into the farm a little bit, so we can make it from just being a short-term play to a little bit longer-term play, and we're looking at other coins to start mining. One being Bitcoin. We're not doing these S10s just for fun. Like we do want to, make this modification available to all of our clients and things like that to sell this modification out there. But we're also going to be adding them to the farm. Hence, this first go of our first one. So yeah, Ethereum, proof of stake, centralized garbage, but the merge is coming, and if people don't realize that, or they're trying to bank on it not happening, um, you need a reality check.
Yeah.
And Ethereum Classic, I think, is probably a better short-term play. I'm always a proponent to proof of work over proof of stake, regardless of any position. And then keep in mind, once Ethereum goes proof of stake, the big players that put their money in, 75, 100 grand worth of Ethereum, locked it in, they can't move it. So what's going to happen after that? Is it just going to be a stagnant, just flat line for Ethereum? Is Ethereum going to tank? I mean, there's a lot of unknown when it comes to what Ethereum might do. Me personally, I am still mining Ethereum with GPU rigs that I have, again, on a personal level, and I'm just selling it. Like, there's no holding. It's going, it pays the power bills, and I'm cycling I'm playing with other different tokens, or coins, I mean.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, I personally have never really liked Ethereum, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it for saying it, but I never liked it. I never liked the coding behind it. It always bothered me. Something about it just always bothered me.
Well, you gotta be transparent too, man. Like, I'm mining it, so I will be very transparent of that. I know that proof of stake is just centralized garbage. So I'm not a fan of what's happening. I don't like, after getting involved in Ethereum and doing more research and just, pulling the curtain away from the man behind the screen, or whatever the Wizard of Oz thing.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, exactly. Ethereum is just not, it's not appealing anymore. Not as a miner's perspective, I guess you could say it. A whole miner, someone who is co-owner of a crypto farm, it's just not appealing.
I agree. I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, again, not financial advice, not financial advisors, just a bunch of random guys drinking beer talking about. Well, I don't know what Mark's drinking. It's in a black mug over there. But we're definitely stacking up on alternative ETH hash coins, ETC, or other GPU mineable coins, Flux, right, Raven, ETC. So it'll be interesting to see how much of those jump once Ethereum finally makes the move. I mean, we run a business, so a lot of the crypto that we mine has to be sold to pay bills. But it's been definitely some FOMO for me looking at our account, trying to hold on to that ETC or trying to hold on to some of those other coins because we know they're going to pop. We have a strong feeling that they're going to pop once Ethereum does go proof of stake. And we're using older GPUs too, guys. A lot of these other ETH hash or a lot of these other algorithms are fairly mineable with older equipment. You don't need the 3090s. You don't need, the hardcore equipment that costs you, a couple grand. I mean, Mark's favorite, your favorite card's what? The R9 3080s? Sorry, 380s?
Well, they're not my favorite card, but I mean, they're very cheap. We have not, for the farm, we have not paid, if you average all of them out, we have not paid over $100 a card for each one of them. So it's a matter of functionality of, okay, well, we just got this extremely cheap to mine what we need to mine, which in this case, we're mining Ethereum Classic. I mean, if I have a favorite card, it probably is the 3060 at the moment. It's a beast, but and it's extremely cheap now that things are reasonable. But
I mean, yeah, our supplier, we just got a notice from our supplier that GPUs are back in stock for them. So
Yep. Yeah, so
cheers
that
to
might
that.
come pop that might be coming popping up on the website again. So keep an eye out for that. Retail prices. So, we can't really do much other than retail on that.
Yeah,
Um,
we don't scalp.
no, we
We
do
don't
not.
believe in it.
Mm-mm.
Very, very against it.
No, but I think that with the farm too, like one of our intentions or one of the things on the list is to expand GPU mining into more efficient cards so that, we'll document that as we do it. Um, yeah, we're growing, and like John said, we're at the brink of hiring. Um, so it's just a matter of timing.
You pause at Eris's remark.
Yeah.
Way to break up the rant there, Myers. Good job. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I feel for Eris, man. He's very L3 heavy, and it's just they're not pulling their weight anymore. So you got to get more efficient machines, and that this is just the game that we have to play as crypto miners, right?
Yep. Or I mean, for again, I have to make sure that we have to say it over and over again because I don't want to be misunderstood, or this is not advice. This is past experience or past experimentation, if you will. I mean, I ran an L3 in a fish tank for years, just paying out of pocket for it and collecting the Doge and the Litecoin. While the market was down, and I didn't look at how much it was costing me to run the equipment. I was just collecting the coins, and for me, it paid out. I mean, it allowed me to put money into starting Coastal Crypto. It allowed me to move out of the state of Florida and the craziness and live here in the mountains where it's nice. But it's all about what you can or what you're willing to risk for the kind of reward you're looking for. L3s are cheap to come by, and they don't do a bad job mining. It's just like Mark said, they're not efficient anymore. Even the X5s aren't efficient anymore. The A6s, Anasilica A6s, they're not efficient anymore. They're coin printing machines. You're gonna put money into them, and they're gonna give you coins out.
Yep.
It's what you're looking at. You're not gonna make a profit. You're putting in, you're getting out, and you're breaking. You're lucky if you're breaking even. No profit to be made. But some guys are okay with that. I was for a very long time fine with just letting a machine run in the corner of a garage or wherever I was, and just collecting the coins. Understanding that the market can change at any moment. The U.S. market here sucks right now. My opinion, the government's lying to us about inflation rates. They're, hiding a lot of shit that's going on and trying to make it look like it's far better than it actually is. I've, as someone who day trades and I look at the market on a daily basis, not just crypto but the U.S. stock market, and to see this amount of red for we haven't seen anything like it since 2008, and then 98 before then. It's a lot of red, guys, and I don't know. They're getting their money from someplace to make ends meet. So we're seeing Dogecoin go down. We're seeing Bitcoin go down. We're seeing Litecoin go down. We know it all comes back eventually. Historically speaking, markets do go up. So it's just how much of that red can you take, and how long can you ride it out for? I mean, my personal account, I have a couple good day trades throughout the week. Doing puts, which is something that I hate doing. I hate putting in option calls for puts because I don't like to. It scares me. But it pays the bills, and then my main portfolio has been red for months. for months and months, my main portfolio has been red, and it's just eating at me. How long can you last? How can you outlast the bear market? Can you outlast that winter?
Yeah, and that's what we're in now.
Yes. How strong are you? How do you have diamond hands? Do you have giant cojones? Are you waiting for this market just to turn green, and take that bull run for you?
Yeah, I like that. It's accumulation season,
There you go.
is what Aaron
That's a good
said.
way of putting it, Aaron. I like it. Crazy stuff. High risk, high reward. Eris says absolutely. Got to risk it to get the biscuit. My favorite saying. My wife laughs at me every time I say it, but it's true. Got to risk it to get it. Any other questions out there? I know we don't have a whole lot of viewers because we're doing such a late live stream. We'll have to do another one a little earlier next time. Hopefully get some more viewers in here, but hopefully people will pick up on this live stream. I will do my best to segment it out. So anybody catching it later on or wants to come back and watch it, I'll try to chapter it out and post them as regular videos. Big things on the way, absolutely. Working on getting diamond hands by getting a job in construction.
It's called a side hustle, dude. And you work on your side hustle until it becomes your full-time hustle.
Yep.
And so it's not built overnight. Look at me and John are in coastal crypto for almost a year now, and we're growing, but it is a hustle, and so we're trying to make sure that it maintains the priority of our hustle. Which, Eris, if you haven't caught beforehand, just make it a little recap of, I'm devoting more time to coastal crypto. John is already there a million times percent wise, just with the farm, but the focus is coastal crypto and making it, bigger, better, everything, which, Eris, you already know what we're doing for the most part.
So, Eris has done some help for us as well. So thanks to Eris, who was recommended and has been spreading the word, the good word of coastal crypto. Doing all that we can for as many as we can. That has always been my goal, is to, when you help other people, it always comes back.
Yeah.
When you put your customers, when you put, just down to earth, good people in front of yourself and try to help out as many people as you can, it always comes back to you. And that's kind of been our underlying, business motto from day one, is to help people. It's worked out for us so far. I mean, we've grown quite a bit thanks to everybody on YouTube and Discord and Amigos PC fan base. You guys are awesome.
I concur.
Shout out to CC Works. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. If you're not aware of that, that's what we've been calling coastal crypto. Just on the backside there, CC Works. So if you were trying to get a hold of us, it's a quick way of doing it. Any other questions out there? I don't think we have a whole lot. I mean, there's only three. Go into what our viewer base is right now. We're kind of just talking to ourselves, or having a forward conversation with Eris and Aaron.
Yeah. We do this. That's fine. I mean, my apologies for being late, for the late part. John did ask yesterday, but
Family comes first.
I made plans with my son. I wanted to make sure we could go see the new Jurassic World movie, and then, we'll do another one at a better time for both of us and the audience.
Yep.
Get everybody involved, and we'll be posting more, some type of content, with John's channel, or every so often, maybe mine. Probably not so much, but then at that point, you'll see. We'll have more audience everywhere. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
So I'm gonna try to drag over some pictures here, see how I can do this. I'm gonna cover up my face and leave marks.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So this is your setup, I believe, with the yellow fan and the GPUs and the bikes.
I've changed it since that video, but yeah, it's pretty close. There's been some things added and things like that, but yeah, that's my garage. I honestly should show the door, because I basically blocked it, and I'll put a picture in there, but I blocked it off. I've taken some fans that are pretty similar to what we have in the mine, and I've made a side door entrance basically look like an exhaust thing, so the HOA can't see it.
So this is was a couple weeks ago, prior to Mark coming out here and helping me reorganize. My biggest pet peeve is wire organization. So looking at this farm every day has been killing me. But we've started to expand out for our GPU server cases here at the bottom. We're 3 rows high when it comes to ASICs, and I don't know how many switches we're running right now, but we're growing every single day, and it's just nonstop. You can kind of see our panel setups here in the background, which we will be changing in the new building. So those panels will be available for anybody who wants them secondhand. We'll make them available to you. What else? Do we have any other setups here? Big White over on Discord has a couple cooler setups, which I heard work pretty well for knocking down some of that noise. But you're insulating, so I don't know. It's kind of a give and take. You knock down the noise, but if you don't have the airflow in that restricted space, those miners are going to heat up still inside that cooler. But interesting little setup, not bad. Running the AC, running the exhaust air out the window. Thought we had a couple more. That was our L5. We talked about that one. They do exist.
Oh, we should have showed a picture of the LT5s that we have running.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But foresight's 2020, right? You know, I'm sorry, but this is one of my favorite builds that I've seen so far on Discord. I mean, we've seen some awesome builds, but this guy, Nomad Ned, and his GPU rig in a rabbit cage, a guinea pig cage, a small dog cage, whatever it is, it's hilarious. And I love it. It is awesome. He's got a couple computers crammed in a dog cage, a pink dog cage. It is awesome. Little fans hooked up on top. I mean, knocks down the noise pretty well, those coolers. I mean, a couple of cats sitting next to the coolers, not being bothered by the noise. So.
Right. I don't know if you saw the comment from Eris. I think he wants our opinion. So he says, thoughts on Soat, so Son of a Tech, lately saying he wants to quit YouTube on Twitter. I just went to go look for that tweet. I haven't really seen. I didn't see it. Maybe he deleted it at some point. I know that he had a bad month recently with taking his clips and trying to put it on a different YouTube channel. Starting a new channel is always difficult.
Starting a channel in general is difficult.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Migos, my podcast just became monetized, after we started solely focusing on the video content and getting that, played out there. And now I'm stepping back and taking a break because of, our other endeavors and some personal things. So I get it. I think he deserves a well I think he deserves a break. Having put out content as needed. I've learned so much from just stuff that he's posted, and expanding my own crypto uh, endeavors, right? But
Out of all the crypto YouTubers out there, I think Son of Tech is one of my favorites as well.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
he's no bullshit, and that's what I like to see, like to hear, like to listen to, like to watch.
Yeah, and so uh, I was actually just about to get into this, Eris, and continuing my thought on what's going on with Son of a Tech, what I see, looking in as an audience member or someone being a part of his Rocket Chat group, and things like that. I may not be very vocal in it with chat wise, but I do read some of the content and things like that, and things he's posting, especially Twitter and whatnot. So he said he's making no money with his farm. He would need a new job so he wouldn't have to have the time. And so
We should
that's,
hire him.
dude, I have reached out to Son of a Tech multiple times. I've barked up that tree already. It's enough. I mean, I'll do it again. I don't care. But I have reached out to him to just discuss. I think that's that's just the difference, right? We're growing and expanding coastal crypto. We are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to this bear market. We are more diversified than Son of a Tech, honestly, and that's probably why we're thriving in this bear market versus where he's having trouble. I think he'll make it. I think that things are going to be tough, but I know for certain he's got a better power rate than we do. So I know that like even though profits are down, they're not going to be down for long. And he is experiencing some uptrends too. Like he's spec mining, he's finding different coins to proof of work. One of them, I don't know if you've seen a video recently, but Caspa. That recently got listed on Exhibitron, which is a very small exchange, but it is a non-KYC exchange. So quite a few people use it. I won't say quite a few people, but a lot of people use it. A lot of other algorithms use it.
Good volume.
Yeah. Algorithms like Avian, they use it. So they're in a good position with that token, and he made, he found it, took the bet on it early, and he made a little bit of profit from what I've gathered, mining that. I think that no matter what, as long as Son of a Tech continues to go, he's going to succeed, and I am thoroughly enjoying the ride that he's experiencing because, again, I've learned so much from it. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I think it's tough. I mean, so for me, I started YouTube first. Cryptocurrency has always just been a side thing for me. It's never been it has just recently become my main drive, right? And you as well. So, Son of Tech and a couple of these other YouTubers that are out there have been influential to me starting my channel. But to see someone who, like Son of Tech, in my opinion, who puts out such awesome content and still struggles to get the views, to get the subscribers, I know that struggle. I mean, I've been stuck below 2,000 subscribers for months now, and it sucks, and you hit that wall, and it drains you. Because you want this to be successful, you have such a passion for it, and you can see his passion. And you want him to succeed. You can't not want somebody to succeed in their goals and their dreams. So that sucks that he's saying that he wants to pull back, but at the same side, opposite side of the token, I understand. I've pulled back, but I've pulled back to focus more on coastal crypto and my family. So I do apologize for not putting out more content on YouTube, but that's tough. That's a tough decision to make, especially when you can tell he loves doing it.
Yeah.
He loves talking to us, to all the other subscribers and YouTubers that are out there. So it's tough. It's a tough decision to make. I feel for him. I really do.
Honestly, I would love to have him as an affiliate. And obviously, Aaron and Eris can attest. Our commission basis is very lucrative. So if you guys want to get in his ear, maybe we can help each other out. I've already pitched it to him once though, so just putting that out there. He already has a commitment to another company, and obviously it may not be really panning out. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if he joins up with us, I mean, I'd definitely like to keep him on YouTube. 'Cause it benefits everybody. You'd think that his current affiliate setup would be helping him drive more traffic. It only benefits them to do that. So to see him kind of treading water here, it sucks. I want more for my channel. I know Mark wants more for his channel. But guys who have been on YouTube far longer than us, even combined, it's tough to see. I mean, Son of Tech has been on YouTube for a while, and he puts out amazing content every week. It's just sucks.
Every day, every day.
Yeah. It's tough. It's a tough world out there. It's a tough economy right now, and a lot of people are hurting. Lots and lots of people. So, easiest way you guys can help, or anybody can help, is just talk about it. Spread the word. It doesn't cost you anything to talk about.
Nope. And make sure you share. If you're not subscribed, subscribe
Yep.
to this, the channel, the video, all that fun stuff, because that helps all the YouTubers. Every time I watch a Son of Tech video, I hit the like button because I'm already subscribed. I'm a member on his thing. So I give in that area too. So it's just, if you want to help out these YouTubers and keep them giving out the content that they're giving, subscribe, share the video out.
Yep.
I don't want to see Son of Tech quit. Last thing I want to see.
Yeah, same here. Me personally, I love YouTube. I love being on YouTube. I love the community that we were able to build. And I have hopes and dreams of maybe starting a second channel down the line as Coastal Crypto is more self-sufficient and kind of on its own 2 feet a little bit. And Mark and I, as owners, can step back and let a team of employees and trusted individuals run the company. I'd love to have a second channel that steps away from the side hustle kind of approach, whether it be cryptocurrency or trading or real estate or whatever we're talking about or doing, and get back to my roots. As a welder, as a fabricator, as a car enthusiast. And just kind of, there's always stuff to do. It's just, it can't be done without support, with just hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button. That's a big thing. Even if you enjoy a video, you're not subscribed to somebody, hit that like button.
Yeah.
So, lots of fun stuff. That got real serious for a minute. I'm sorry.
Well, thanks, Eris. I mean, you want our 2 cents on something, and here we are.
Jesus. Ay. What else we got? Did we miss any comments in there? What would so we did miss one response or one comment from Aaron. He says, "What would you both say is your favorite new ASIC on the market right now?"
Ooh.
I don't like new ASICs. Let's put it that way. I like used stuff. I'm frugal.
Yeah.
I like used shit.
Yeah, I really it's hard for me to even say. I mean, obviously everybody likes the S19. I know that Hive has come out with some firmware to tune that beast a little bit more. So, the S19 is definitely on the top of the list because we are looking into more Bitcoin mining. But I won't lie, dude. This experiment with the S10 right now, or us creating the S10, uh, I really enjoyed the hands-on that we needed to modify the control board and getting was it 23 and some change terahash out of it. It it was exciting to see,
Yeah.
something we created, right, physically put together, and it worked. So,
There
like I
is a
said
gap
earlier,
there
it's
though that I would like to figure out, and I put this out to everybody. If you can figure this out, props to you. Maybe we'll put out a reward or something. So the S9s, I think Mark and I talked about this a little bit, one on one ourselves as we were
Mhm.
building it. The S9s you can overclock to 18. Is that correct? Pull up,
Yeah,
pull up
I think it's 16 some change, or maybe 18.
16 or
That, that,
18.
that that's the thing too. Like the S, there's so many different models of the S9 that they're all different efficiency, regardless of you put it in. And this is the same thing with the L3 versus the L3 plus plus. Um, when you put Hive on there, Hive blankets just the S9. They don't care. They have different NAND files for a couple different models, but literally their overclocking is all the same once you get in the overclock screen of what it supposedly can do. But the different models of the S9, like the S9JI 2500 or whatever, full duty pickup, that it's a little bit more efficient than just like the SK, or the S9K, I mean, or just the S9 period. And then there's different models that are like they clearly fudge something somewhere when they launch the S9, similar to how they're launching the L7. And you got all these different models of 13.5 terahash or 14 terahash or something along those lines, and you can overclock once you put them into Hive. You can see that they overclock, and they'll go overclock a little bit more than what the system says. Is basically what I'm saying.
Right. So my question is why? So Aaron verified for us 19.1 terahash for the S9. Let's say
It might be on fire.
let's be pessimistic. Let's round that down to 16.5 terahash.
Yeah,
Overall, over the broad spectrum and different variations of S9s. So 16.5. So two simultaneously running on them by themselves, that's what, 32 terahash?
yeah,
Why is a combined S10 or dual S9 only getting 23? Where is the disconnect? That's 10 terahash that we're missing out on. Where is it?
yeah.
Is it a control board issue, or do we not get enough power? I mean, they make 2,000-watt power supplies. They make bigger power supplies. We know, we've bought them, we've tested them. Why can't we get that 32 terahash? I'd be curious to see if there's other firmware out there. We looked a little bit, didn't find a whole lot, but there's a disconnect there. I think you'd see a huge spike in the sale of S9s, especially because if you can get 32 terahash out of two of them combined with one control board running one PSU, I think you'd see a huge spike in them.
I think that's what it is, though. I think it is the PSU. Because if you think about it, like you have to use the APW3 typically for an S9, which is what, 1600 watts. So I'm pretty sure like Hive probably just based it off of, just using an 1800-watt power supply or something.
So an experiment for us then at Coastal Crypto, and we will have to get back to you guys on what the outcome is. We'll have to hook up our Big Daddy PSU that we bought and crank up the custom settings for the firmware or for the firmware, because you can do the auto tune up to 23
Yeah.
terahash. We'll have to bypass the auto tune and tune it ourselves to see if we can get that 32 or higher. I mean, because what 23 is running at 1730 watts of power.
Yeah.
So on a 2500 watt power supply, maybe we can get 30, 28, 30. Who knows? I think it's definitely something I'll have to play with a little bit more in depth. But I like it. I think it's definitely I'm all big on reusing equipment and finding uses for used stuff. Going back to that original question that kind of caused us to ramble about S9s, if hydro or immersion mining was cheaper to do, I'd like the newer stuff better. I think is what it comes down to. There's more firmware and more to be gained from some of this new equipment that I feel, but you need to be able to immersion mine with it. I know they're coming out with the S19 Hydro and whatever else, but I'd love to be able to stick a whole batch of cheap S9s used in a immersion tank and just crank the shit out of them and run them. But shit's expensive, and especially now that everything has gone up in price. That includes immersion cooling from like BTC Cooler or even mineral spirits. You want to go buy, be the cheap and cheap out on everything. Going to buy a 55-gallon drum of mineral spirits is expensive. It's gone up. But I definitely think if hydro was cheaper, I'd be more apt to picking up some of the newer equipment just because I'd like, I know immersion helps equipment last a little bit longer and you can get a little bit more out of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aaron. I mean, don't like new shit. Some OGs, S9 hydros would be cool. Yeah, I mean, if so, the S9 that we have right now is currently running 2 fans. I am going to pull it. I am going to put on 4 fans. There aren't a whole lot of CNC laser cutters out there that are doing the rear screen for the S9s. So it's they slide around even though you lock them in together. They do move a little bit without that rear screen connecting them. But I am going to put on 4 fans. A lot of S9 dual kits that you see online or people building only have single fans on the front and nothing on the back. So I want to set up. I know it's capable of doing it. We know that Hive has the firmware now available to run 4 fans. So that's going to be my next thing, is to solder on additional fan connectors and resistors to run 4 fans. But hydro S10s would be fantastic. I think
That'd be pretty sick.
That would be pretty sick. So the fans themselves, a set of fans will take up just about an amp alone in power. Sometimes a little bit more, depending on how you're running your machine. So not running fans and deleting them and putting them in a hydro tank allows more power to go to the chips and the mining process itself. So I'm all for it. Yeah, S10 hydros, Aaron, absolutely. Something we'll definitely have to look into. As someone who has, precision TIG welding background, I'm this close to just going down to the local, metal company and buying some stainless steel and building my own tank and set something up. And that may happen as soon as we get into a new building and I can get my weld equipment out of storage and set up a shop in a corner of our new building, and I'll start fabricating hydro tanks. Who knows? Who knows? That it's possibilities are endless. So many things can happen.
Air said the L7. I would contradict that. I think that the L7 at this point is just way too overpriced. And if we were going to get more, which you actually already talked about this, getting more Doge and Litecoin miners, script miners, we'd be looking towards the LT6. Just because the efficiency and the cost to entry on that is just, it's better than the L7.
I'm going to let you ramble for a second. I've been drinking
Okay.
beer all night. I'm going to use the bathroom.
All right, we'll bring more questions. Or do you want to cut the stream?
It's up to you. I mean, we've been running for a little over an hour, I think. So
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions? Can we kill it, or do you want to keep going? Do you want to keep listening to Mark and I ramble? It's up to you guys.
Yeah, right.
I mean, up to Eris and Aaron.
No, yeah, I think we're good, dude.
All right.
So let's end it.
All right. We'll definitely try to schedule a live stream that is more in a time frame where everybody can watch, because we know we have audiences across the U.S. and across the world, with Eris definitely being overseas and not in the States. But we'll definitely try to set up a time that is ready for you guys and more accessible. But if you have any questions, you have any concerns, let us know what you got going on. You know, comment, subscribe, hit that like button, check out Amigo PC, give him some likes, drop Aaron a line, drop Eris a line, Discord, wherever you want to find us and talk to us. We make ourselves available to you guys at all times. And try to answer as many questions to make you guys feel as comfortable as you possibly can with the world of crypto, because it is scary, it is new, and it's ever evolving. So until next time, I'm out of here. I've been drinking all night. I need to use the bathroom. Mark's waving goodbye. We'll talk to you guys later.
See ya.